I'm now finally joined by Pete Wentz, bass player of Fall Out Boy. Oh wait, I'm sorry. This is his good-looking tech, Christian. Christian, how you doing?
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Real good, man. And you're filling in for another great tech, Josh Newton.
For Josh Newton, that's right.
Who helped set this up. So we love you, Josh. One of these days we'll cross paths yet again. So tell me about Pete's basses. We got a beautiful Stingray.
Yeah, Sterling by Music Man. This is the main one that he uses on the tour. As far as the first half of the show, if you see the show, you'll see there's 4 or 5 different acts.
Okay.
This particular one, I believe he got maybe last summer sometime. Got this custom paint job on it. Not much to say except for it looks really cool. It's passive, it's not active.
Okay.
It does have, like all of his basses, the hip shot tuners on it, the drop tuners, which for every one of their songs could be, that's all it is, E or D. They're not really exotic when it comes to tuning. So,
yeah.
So it works out pretty well for Pete. But yeah, this one plays really super well, and the finish on it, that's why he loves it. That's why it's his #1 right now.
It's got the humbucker in it. It's got the roasted maple neck and fretboard.
Absolutely.
And I imagine Ernie balls with a connection with Sterling.
These are Ernie balls, yes, for sure.
And for people keeping score at home, what gauges these are on?
What is these? 45 to 105.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of adventurous basses in here, so I'd love to cruise through
there is.
Christian, as the doors are open.
Let's
so
go to the next
we'll make
one.
this quick business.
Yeah. This is everybody's favorite. And this would be...
That's the money shot right there.
Money shot.
That is wild.
This is the Snow Globe custom bass. We use this for one of the scenes only for a couple songs. It's pretty darn heavy. I don't know if you want to check it out.
Yeah, wow.
We believe it's full of antifreeze. It could be some other substance. Chances are it's antifreeze.
Yeah.
Same type of deal. We got this, I think, just this month ago, probably. They made it just for him. And yeah, he enjoys it. He uses it for a couple songs, but not too many because it's too damn heavy.
Now, I'm going to ask a really dumb guitar/bass gearhead question.
Sure.
Does it sound any different than these other ones? Obviously, because we got pickup, we got fretboard, but it
does sound more mellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is something there.
Quite a bit, yeah. Tone knob or not, it sounds mellow.
Okay.
Compared to the other ones, by far.
And do you know from set list what, like, I know that there's scenes and parts of the set through the production, what this actually comes out on?
It's, gosh, like 4 or 5 songs in. It's when we start doing, there's like snow coming out to the audience. It's a fantasy sequence.
Okay.
There's a giant rabbit that comes out, and you'll see. It's pretty trippy.
You have to see it.
Yeah, you got to go see it. I'm not going to give too much away.
Okay. So let's move on down the line.
And we have our famous 8-ball bass. It's another one we got within the past month. Same type of deal. Passive electronics, nothing active on it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say except it looks really cool. This is the one we usually finish up with encores. There is a Magic 8-ball part to the show, and he will be using this guitar during the Magic 8-ball portion of the show. Sounds very similar to the oranth one.
Okay.
Nice and bright.
More, closer in line.
Not as mellow as the Snow Globe one.
And there's a fourth final bass?
There is a 4th final bass, which is super special. And this would be very unique. The Sterling Music Man Pete Wentz Flamethrower bass. You're not going to get these in the store, I don't believe.
You don't think that you can get these at Sweetwater?
I don't think Sweetwater sells this yet. But yeah, primer, switch, and if you see behind there, you'll see we got some canisters going on. Yeah, this is not definitely for a beginner. We use this a couple times during the show, and yes, flames do come out of it, so
yeah,
that's kind of our, sometimes we want to be kissed, and we are. We can do it. Also, feel the weight on that. That's
wow. Man, that's
pretty good. Pete's really strong to hold this. Trust me.
Because I've never interviewed anybody that's dealt with a pyro bass. Does it throw off the tuning?
It does not actually. Ironically, it holds really well. We change the strings in this maybe once or twice every couple weeks.
Okay.
Because it's only used for a couple songs, so it's not really getting used that much. But it holds tuning really well. I can't complain.
And since the setup on this is not normal, what in terms of the mechanics of what's going on in the headstock and the behind here, what are you making sure is working so that someone isn't getting scorched?
It's no different than any bass in terms of the mechanics of it, except for we have a primer here and we have a switch here. As long as this switch is down, nobody's going to get burned.
Okay.
If this switch is up, then there's a problem. So we don't want that. We don't want to put it back into here. It could just light everything. We don't want the Michael Jackson 1984 thing. We want to make sure that that primer and that is down. That primer is not being touched, especially for me, because I'm not the one flamethrowing or playing. So
now, are you the one on staff, where in case Josh is here, Josh Newton, that are testing out the pyro base, or is that like
normally
a fire marshal bill thing?
That's the pyro guys. Our pyro team will go out and test it, and then we do with the fire department before the show, like like the rest of the pyro as well. But I usually have nothing to do with that. I just tune it and hand it to him, and he goes to town. That's pretty much it.
I mean, really, the whole time, if I was playing any type of this instrument and on that song that you're playing, I would just be wanting to get to that point when I can ignite, the flame.
I think
let alone the song, I could care less.
I think if you see the show, he pretty much feels that too, because he starts off just flame throwing away, man, and then he goes into playing. But no, this is a really cool bass. It's my first time dealing with something like this, and yeah, it's a joy to do. This is really cool.
I don't know if the neck came roasted on this one, but it might be with the pyro.
It might have happened over time. Yeah, I don't know. It's roasted now, though, for sure.
One last thing we've noticed on all the basses is what's the story behind the black duck or goose and the red eye?
I know that's Pete's thing.
Okay.
I'm not really sure the entire story behind that, but that's his own.
Okay, I just didn't know if there was a certain story that you knew or anything.
No, it's also on his. You can see some of these picks. You'll see the same thing. So there you go. Have a pick.
The mystery. Oh, hell yeah! The mystery lives on.
Yeah, there you go. That's his own thing. I'm not sure anything about it though.